Charles Abernathy built his empire on ruthless ambition, betrayal, and dirty deals. Now, at 75, the billionaire patriarch calls his fractured family back to the mansion for the first time in years. The timing seems innocent. A birthday gathering. But behind the fake smiles and stiff handshakes, everyone senses something darker in the air. The twins arrive first, CJ and Malene, power-hungry executives running billion-dollar companies, used to boardroom battles more than family dinners. Then comes Cammie, the youngest, famous online for her wild lifestyle and shallow influencer persona. And last is Drew, the most grounded of the siblings, with his wife Hannah tagging along even though she wasn't invited. From the second she walks in, Hannah feels the stares. To the Abernathys, she'll always be an outsider. Miles, the head of security, ushers them in. Oddly, the place is empty. Charles had dismissed all staff for the night, just him and his bloodline. When the children confront him, Charles drops his first bombshell. He tells them plainly that he will not live through the night. Someone is coming for him, someone unstoppable. To prepare, he's sealed the house. Bulletproof windows, locked doors, no escape. At first, they laugh it off as one of his theatrical games, but Charles presses harder. He admits his empire was built on shortcuts and betrayals. Powerful enemies were made along the way. And tonight, the past is coming to collect. His request is chilling but simple. Protect him until morning. If they succeed, his fortune will be divided equally. If he dies, everything goes to charity. The siblings are rattled, torn between disbelief and greed. Hannah refuses to leave, though Charles insists she should. If he's right, she wants to stand by Drew no matter what. CJ and Malene brush it off as paranoia, already whispering about how to twist the situation in their favor. But Hannah and Drew decide to check for threats, and Cammie tags along, more interested in making content than facing danger. Down in the wine cellar, Cammie live streams to her followers. That's when she hears a low growl. The door slams shut behind her, locked. She panics, but CJ's laughter from the other side proves it's just one of his cruel jokes. Or so he thinks. In the shadows, something stirs. Elsewhere, CJ distracts himself with a game of pool, only to watch the balls rearrange into a perfect line on their own. His glass topples without anyone touching it. Uneasy, he shakes it off, refusing to admit fear. Malene joins him, already scheming. She wants to exploit their father's mental breakdown to seize control of the family empire. Meanwhile, Cammie ignores the fear and heads to the pool, phone in hand. She's recording herself when she spots a shadow behind her. Nervous laughter turns into panic when invisible hands shove her under the water. The phone sinks as Cammie's body floats to the surface. Lifeless. The family finds her minutes later. Shock turns to rage. CJ blames himself for not watching her. Malene doesn't cry. She points fingers at Hannah. The outsider. Maybe she and Drew wanted a bigger cut of the inheritance. Hannah fires back, reminding them they should be asking the real question. What if the killer isn't one of them at all? When they tell Charles, he doesn't budge from behind his locked door. Instead, he confirms their worst fear. What's coming for him isn't human. Years ago, he made a deal. And tonight, the collector has arrived. As if on cue, the mansion grows colder. Lights flicker, doors creak. The body in the pool disappears. Hannah smashes at the reinforced windows, desperate to escape, but nothing breaks. Drew tells her about the mansion's hidden passages, built to smuggle in Charles's prized artifacts, statues, cursed relics, objects no one should own. Inside the antique room, every statue turns to face them. The lights cut. They catch a glimpse of a shadow and run, only to be tricked by CJ, who locks them inside a vault, planning to suffocate them. But his victory is short-lived. An invisible force drags Malene away. CJ finds her staring at Cammie's blood-stained portrait. Then, from the painting, Cammie's twisted figure crawls out. In blind panic, CJ fires his gun, hitting Malene instead. She drops dead at his feet, vanishing moments later. CJ screams, realizing his arrogance has cost him everything. Guilt-ridden, he frees Drew and Hannah. With his last bullet, he vows to face the demon himself, but it toys with him, appearing in his sister's forms before draining him of life. Drew and Hannah uncover the truth in a hidden chamber filled with occult symbols and ritual books. Charles hadn't just cut deals with shady businessmen. He had bargained with Mammon, the demon of greed. The deal: unimaginable wealth in exchange for his soul on his 75th birthday. But Charles renegotiated. Instead of himself, he offered up his children. The survivors confront him, demanding answers. Charles, unflinching, admits everything. Legacy mattered more than love. He wanted to live forever in history, even if it cost him every drop of his bloodline. To prove his loyalty to Mammon, he raises his gun and shoots Drew in the chest. His own son crumbles to the floor. Hannah's scream echoes through the halls. Charles turns the gun on her, snarling that she should have left when he warned her. She scrambles for cover, wounded but alive, until she finds CJ's discarded weapon. One bullet remains. When Charles charges, she fires. The shot lands, but it's too late. Midnight strikes. Mammon's contract activates. Charles writhes as the demon claims his soul, his screams filling the mansion. Hannah, trembling, reveals the secret she and Drew had kept. She's pregnant. The Abernathy line will continue, not through Charles's twisted bargains, but through the child he tried to erase. By dawn, the house is silent. Miles returns, unlocking the doors to find only Hannah alive. She steps outside, broken, carrying nothing but grief and the unborn child of the man she loved. The Abernathy fortune, the mansion, the legacy. None of it matters. All she ever wanted was Drew. And just like that, the nightmare ends. You've seen this story unfold. Now dive into the others and keep the binge alive.